What's going on, guys? So in this video, I wanted to show you what is essentially a hack to get cheaper conversions on YouTube. Now, if you're in a niche that gets really cheap conversions, like you're just generating leads, you have a single page that people go to, they opt in, and they become a conversion. You don't really have to do this. Like if you're paying $3 for a lead, if you're in one of those niches, this hack, you can still do it. And it'll work very well. But this is specifically advantageous if you're in a niche where the lead cost is really expensive. Like if you're in coaching or something where people are scheduling a call with you, if you're in a B2B niche where a booked meeting or your final stage conversion could cost anywhere from $50 to $150. And it might take a while for you to get a lot of those conversions. So what this does is it kind of accelerates the learning phase of YouTube. It feeds it data more quickly. And I have noticed drastically lower conversion cost when it comes to these coaching funnels or really anything where somebody's scheduling or it's going to cost you a lot per conversion. This also works in e-com. If you have a product that is more on the expensive side and you have a multi-stage funnel, they can add to cart, they can check out, all that. This also works excellent in the e-com niche. So let's jump into it. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Tools and Settings and go to Conversions. Now, I set these conversions up for this example funnel. If you want to know how to set up conversions, that's something pretty basic that I'm not going to cover in this video. There's so many different videos online about how to set up conversions on YouTube or Google. It's not hard. It takes like 2 seconds. Basically, each one of these conversions has code that is put on the page that it's named after. So the thank you page, its code is put on the thank you page. Now, let's take a look at this funnel. I'll just kind of scroll through it. So we have an opt-in page. We have an application, which really isn't an application. This is just a long form sales page. We have a type form page where they fill out a type form, a survey about their business. We have a booking page where they can schedule a call. And then we have a thank you page where they go. Once they schedule a call, they go on the thank you page. So this is the conversion that we're really looking for. This is ultimately the conversion that makes us money. People that schedule on the thank you page, then they go to the closing team, and the closing team closes them. But if you just optimize for this right out of the gate, let's say you're in a niche where this costs you 100 to 150 per meeting, right? If you optimize for this out of the gate, it's going to take YouTube forever to learn how to optimize for this, depending on your ad spend. I mean, if you're spending a ton of money per day, you can get away with it. But a lot of people don't want to dump a ton of money into essentially new targetings. So in order to get around this fact that conversions are going to be a little bit expensive, relatively expensive. You should be selling a high-ticket product, so you're very profitable on the back end of this. In order to get around this, YouTube actually allows us to optimize for 2 conversions at the same time. So what I like to do is I like to optimize for an early, like really early in the funnel conversion, and the later stage conversion. This is the hack I was talking about in the beginning. So for example, in this funnel, we have the initial page, which they can enter their email address in, and then they go here. That is the other conversion that I like optimizing for, essentially optimizing for an opt-in. And you can optimize for other stages of the funnel. Like if you know like a ton of people go from this page to the type form page, you can choose the type form or whatever this happens to correlate to in your funnel. You can choose this as your conversion. But I prefer to do one that's really early on one that's going to get a lot of cheap conversions. You can get opt-ins for, like $5-7 a piece off of YouTube and Facebook as well. But I like to optimize for a really early stage of the funnel, cheap conversion plus my later stage conversion. So the way you do this is you go to your conversions, and remember, you've created one conversion for every page. It's really easy. You can just Google how to do that. What you want to do is you want to take the 2 steps of the funnel that you want to optimize for and put them as yes when you go to include in conversions. So this application, I put it as yes, including conversions. The thank you page, I put it as yes, including conversions. Everything else is no when it comes to including conversions. And to show you where that setting is, so if we go in and we edit, if we go in and edit this, edit settings, you can see the setting here, including conversions, yes. That's where you select that. So these are conversions. We have selected these two as the conversion. So the way you optimize for both of these is really simple. There's 2 ways to do it. I'm going to show you one way first, and then we're going to go into the other way. So we're going to create a campaign. I'm just going to do an example campaign. Don't look at any of the settings I'm using here. They're irrelevant. Say $50 a day. And down here, under additional settings, we want to make sure the conversion says account level conversion settings. Account level conversion settings. Now, what that does is it references the conversions and it says, okay, which conversions say including conversions? And then it optimizes for those 2. So when you set the campaign to account level conversion settings, it's going to optimize for whatever you have as yes in this column. Now, there's another way to do this, and a way that is a little bit better. When you're under conversions, you're going to go over here to conversion action sets. And we're going to hit create conversion action set. And what we're going to do is we're going to select the 2 conversions that we want to optimize for. So we have our application, which is essentially where they go after they opt in. And we have the thank you page. So what we're going to do is we're going to save that. Now we need to name it. We're going to save this. And we are going to go back, and I'll show you where to find this when you create a new campaign. So hit create new campaign, leads, video, continue, $50. And let's scroll down here to additional settings again. And instead of account level conversion settings, what we're going to choose is choose conversion actions for this campaign, select conversion actions. Then we're going to go over here to conversion action sets, and we will select our test conversion action. Perfect. That's how you apply that to the campaign. Now, if you want to see in order to see this data, because the campaign is going to be optimizing for 2 different conversions, and if you just leave the standard setup here, it won't tell you which conversions they are. Like, you won't know if they're opt-ins or if they're the final stage conversion. You want to go to segment, conversions, conversion action. And these campaigns don't have any conversion, so it's not going to show anything. But what it'll do is beneath each campaign, it'll tell you how many of each conversion it's gotten. And one of the benefits of choosing a conversion action set versus just doing the account level conversions is it allows you to set up a future test. What do I mean by that? In the future, what you want to test is two different things. So you're going to start off this way. This is the best way to start off campaigns, optimizing for a cheap opt-in conversion and then optimizing for a later stage conversion. After you do that, what you want to test is leaving it like that. Okay, so you know that works. You've gotten conversions. You know what your costs are. You want to test that versus strictly optimizing for the late stage conversion. I'll say that again. You want to test the combined conversion and then take the same campaign and duplicate it and test optimizing for a later stage conversion as well. In this case, it would be just the thank you page. And what you can do is you can just go into the settings and choose just the thank you page conversion in order to optimize for it and split test it. So that's really the hack. If you're in a cheap niche where conversions are kind of cheap anyway, but you want to use this, but your funnel's too short. Like let's say your funnel is just one page. It's just an opt-in page and a thank you page. So there's not like multiple conversions you can optimize for. What you can do is you can actually, let's pretend this is like a lead opt-in page and let's pretend this is the thank you page. So for this example, we're gonna pretend this is like a lead opt-in page and this is the thank you page. You have a really short funnel and your lead cost is like, let's say $9 a piece. But you still want to try out this method because it might result in cheaper conversions for you. What you want to do is you want to optimize for landing page views. So optimize, like because we created a conversion for every page, you're going to optimize for this page as a conversion and you're going to optimize for this page as your conversion. So you're essentially optimizing for landing page views and the thank you page. That's how you use this in a cheaper niche where your leads aren't drastically expensive, but you still want to try this method. And I do recommend trying this method because very often it can result in cheaper leads. And very frequently, when I do that test that I described earlier, where you're going to test optimizing for both conversions, the cheap one plus the later stage conversion versus just optimizing for that later thank you page conversion, very frequently the combined conversion will still outperform just optimizing for the thank you page. So really test both, but regardless, if you're in coaching, anything where people are booking a call, any high ticket products, any B2B stuff, you want to optimize for both conversions to start, and then you can move away from that and test some different things in the future. But to start, optimize for both. So guys, I hope this hack is useful. This is something that I have gotten a lot of results with, and I highly recommend you use this in your own campaigns. Hope you learned something. If you want to ask me questions directly about YouTube ads, I have a Facebook group. You can join it below. Usually you'll get accepted in about 24 hours, and you can ask me questions directly in there. I go live every single week to answer questions from that group. If you want more direct one-on-one coaching about how to grow and scale your business using YouTube ads, I have a link to schedule a call with me personally beneath this video. If you want to watch more videos from this channel, they're over here. If you want to subscribe, which I highly recommend doing, I upload like 4 or 5 videos a week of the most up-to-date YouTube strategies. I recommend subscribing below. I am dedicated to putting out essentially what I consider some of the best content in this industry, or at least I try to. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, use one of those methods to reach out to me. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you later.